Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do some more modeling on this A380. I'm going to show you guys how to do the wing here, and if we have time I'll possibly do an engine nacelle and then maybe do the windshields here. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, turn these bodies off. Now to turn the bodies off, just go over here to bodies. And if you click this little eye here, it turns all the bodies off. Then you click it and turn them all back on. Now, if you click this triangle here, it shows you the tree of how many bodies you actually have here. Now, what you should do is label these over here. So like this is the fuselage, main fuselage. So just left click this and change this to fuselage. Just type this in and click enter. And we have this remains blue, just left click it. And this back here is our vertical stab. So we come over here, click this, left click, and erase this and type in vertical stab. And enter. And this is the left horizontal stab. So we come over here, left click, and type in left horizontal stab and enter. And do the same thing for this. Oops. The right. Okay. I forgot to tell you guys that it's really good practice to label everything that you design here when you model it and draw it, because you can get to it really quick when if you need to go back to it. So now I know this is the main fuselage. This form here, or body, is that main fuselage. And if I want to cut that off, I just click this eye over here, and all the other bodies stay on. So you can turn on each individual body, turn the on and off. And then if you want to turn them all off, just click the main eye next to the bodies folder. And that's what I'm going to do this time. Now, what I'm going to do now is show you guys how to model this wing here. So, this particular wing goes into the fuselage. Just imagine this going straight down into here. And the same thing over here. And the back here just going straight into here. Now this portion right here, it's right here. And this back here, it's right back here. So what I'm going to do is draw an arbitrary airfoil of right through here. And to do that, we click Create Sketch on this plane here. And this is that middle plane. So let's say we have a top picture of this, and I turn the bodies back on. As you can see, this plane runs right down the center of here. Okay, make this a little bigger. First thing I want to do is draw a line. From here to here. Then right click and click OK. Now I'll look at this from the top, this line. and this needs to come up here. So this needs point needs to go forward. So just wait till move this around till that turns that white color, then you can move it. And this one here looks correct. So we'll go back to the side here and use a fit point spline. Click that. And this locks onto here or snaps onto here. And just sort of follow this around here. And remember, it's best practice to use as few points, points on the spline as possible when it comes to modeling. And the same with the bottom here. Okay, that looks pretty good. And we go ahead and finish sketch. And turn the sketches. If you notice, the sketch is turned off. Now you just come back over here where it says sketches and click this eye over here, and the sketches turns back on. Next, what we want to do, we want to draw or create a plane at an angle up here, through here. And that's what this line is for right here. So we come up here to construct, and we select plane at an angle, and we're going to use this line here. So click this line, then look at this from the front. And this is the plane right here. And we rotate this, as you can see, it's turning here. Now, -5 degrees is not enough. And 10 is too much. So let's try to put in here maybe 7 degrees. So let's change this to 7. Possibly 8. Okay, 8 looks good. So we go ahead and click OK. Turn back to the side here by clicking this little triangle here. And we want to look at the top, so we click this triangle up here. Next, you want to create a sketch on this plane here. So we come over here to create sketch. And what we want to do is to just draw a line from that point here out through here, and the same one for the back, just like we did with the horizontal stabs. So click this plane here. L for line. Or you could have came up here and dropped it down the menu and got it there from there. Then we snap. We'll scroll out to make sure you click on the right point, the first point. So we click there, left click. Pull this all the way down to about here. Click OK. And do the same thing for the back, a line. Like I said, you can come up here and select the line up here, click here, or just type the letter L for line. And look, let's see where that first point is. There. Now this goes around here, so right where this begins to bend a little, click there. Then drag this out. Right click and then click OK. Then one thing I want to do is make this little arc here. So we come up here, fit point spline, click here, and just touch this point here, and this lets you know you should be able to draw a straight line across here like this. And click that point there. Right click and select OK. Now this point coming off of here, what we want to do is make sure this isn't like a 90 degrees coming off of here. So select this point here and drag that out a little. And as you can see, now we have that straight line coming off here. Oops, I moved a little. Okay. Go ahead and finish sketch. As a matter of fact, before I do that, no, that's fine there. Or I could move this a little more over here. I just need this to be straight across from here though. So okay, now go ahead and finish sketch. Turn the canvases off over here, all of them. Now we're going to sweep. So we come up here to create, select sweep, come over here to the right, change this to path and guide rails, so click that. And down here at the bottom, select perpendicular to path, or excuse me, select full extents. Now the profile, select will be these two. This, so we left click here and left click this one. And the path will be this. And the guide rail will be this. Now, it won't let me do this. So what we're going to do here is swap these two. So the path, I'm going to select this, and the guide rail as this. So it's still not letting me do that. And so, probably a couple reasons why it's not going to let me do this. Okay. This section right here, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And come back up here and sweep these again. These two are the profiles. This is the path. And this is the guide rail. and go ahead and click OK. Now I'll turn the bodies back on. And we have this. Now what I'm going to do here is go back to this sketch here. And take a look at that. And that looks okay. So we'll click that OK. And when I lofted or swept this, I don't think I put full extent. So we go Edit Feature here. And we come down here and change this to full extents. There. And click OK. And this is our A-380 so far. Go ahead and put the other wing over here, mirror this. So we come up to Create, select the mirror right here. And this is a body, so we leave this at bodies. And the object we want to mirror is this. And then we select the plane. And this is the planes because we want this to mirror over here the other side. So we click this here. And not join here. We're going to just make this a new body and click OK. Turn the canvases back on. And here's our A380 so far. Looks pretty good. Now the last thing I'm going to show you guys on modeling this, the last thing I'm going to do when we get to it, it's going to be this belly pan because that's going to take a little time. Not much time. It's more of a freeform type of thing. So I want to get you guys to have the most difficult things done first, in my opinion. Then the last thing will be this belly pan. So now, turn the canvases off again. Now I'm going to show you an engine, one of the engines. So turn the canvases back on. What I'm going to do is do an offset plane to back here. So to do that offset plane, we come up here to Construct, select Offset Plane. And the plane we want to offset, you come over here, there's this plane here. Because I want a plane back here, which is directly offset from this one. So I select that there and drag this back. To here. And click OK. Now we click this triangle here and look at this from the front. And you can see this plane here. Well, let me turn the origin back on. And we have a plane here, which is at the front of the airplane, which is this one. And then we have this one back here. So where this engine is right here, what we do, go ahead and click this, Create Form, on this plane here. But first we're going to select Cylinder. Then we click this plane here. Now, this here is just a guesstimation of where the center is on this around here. and drag this out. Now, if this happens to you like this, what you need to do is just hold down Control and press the number 6. And we click this over here. Let me drag this back. And click OK. Then double click this line back here, left click, well, double click with the left button, then right click, this opens up, and then click Edit Form. Then take this right here and move this in a little. Then move this up, this right here, this triangle, or not triangle, but square. Then this section right here, double click this line, left click on the left mouse button, double click. Take this square here and move it up. Then double click this. Move this in a little and move this up. Now we're just trying to match here to here. So I'll move this out a little more here. Then the front here, same thing, double click this. Drag this in. And move the square up. Double click this line here. Same thing, move this up. Kind of move this one up too here. And this one. Now when you double click this, this selects the whole ring around here. So if you only wanted one of these lines, you would just click the one line there, just click on it. But I want the whole ring. And you can select the points here too. Okay, let's look at this from the front now. And as you can see, double clicking the one line gives you the whole ring around here. And all I want to do is just move in a couple of points here to make this round. And I need the 2 points, so hold down the Control button also and select this point here too. Then right click, well, it's there already, I'm sorry. This is here, and then I'm going to move this in. Then click OK. Look at this from the back. And the same thing here. Control and click this one over here. Right click, edit form. Then right here, just drag this down. And click OK. Now I'll go ahead and finish form. Turn off the canvas. one of the engines so far, and we're not done with it. Turn the canvases back on. Let's look at this from the back. And what I'm going to do here is change this to surface. And I'm going to patch this. So this ring right here, click that and click OK. And what that does is put a patch over the back of this. It patches it up so you can't see through it anymore. Let's turn off the canvases so you can see a better rendition of that. As you can see, you can't see through there anymore. And turn the bodies, or excuse me, the canvases back on. And we want to sketch on this back here now. So change this back to solid. Let me take a look at this real quick. Okay, click this and click Create Sketch. Actually, let me cancel this. Look at this from the front again. They finished the sketch here. I want to try something else before we do this. So, I'm going to create a sketch on this this plane here. So I click this plane and select Create Sketch. And I'm just going to use the line tool. And finish sketch. And turn the bodies off. Now what I want to do is just revolve this shape here. So come up here to create, revolve. This is the profile here we want to revolve. And the axis is this line here on the bottom. And click OK. Turn the bodies back on so we can have a look. Now, we can't see that body just yet because it's on the inside, so turn the fuselage off. Okay, now, this is what we just did here, but we can't see it because this is on the, let me move it to the top and you'll see what I mean. As you can see, it's here instead of being back here. So what we do there, this here, body here, you left click, then right click, and select move copy right here. Or you could have came up here and selected this move copy as well. Now, we want to move this down this way, so we want to select a point on here which allows us to move this down just straight down. Then you just move that down. And go ahead and click OK. And it needs to move up now. Now, when we selected that, we want to move this. We need to change this to bodies. Now we can select this. And move it up. Change this to 55 and see this at. That's okay. It's about right there. Then click OK. We turn the canvases off. And this needs to go to the right here. So click this. And move this to the right a little. There. Click OK. And turn the rest of the stuff back on. Turn the origin off with this eye up here. This is what we have so far. Now turn on the canvases again. And as you can see, this is down at an angle here. So what we need to do there, I'll turn off the bodies here. Well, actually, I could turn them all off. I don't really need them right now. So what we do here is create a sketch on this plane here. So we can left-click this plane. And I'm going to sketch a line, so the letter L. And from here to about right there, right click, OK. And go ahead and finish sketch. Turn the bodies back on. Now we want to split this body, but first I think I need to move this line over a little more. So just take the line like this and just move it like I'm doing here. That's left click and hold it down once the line is like that. Now what I want to do is split this body, so we come up here to split body. This is the body, this engine here. Actually, click both of these to zero these out. And the body to split was this. And the splitting tool, which is this line right here. Click that and click OK. Now this becomes two parts here. What we want to do here is turn this portion off. Change to this, to engine. I turn the canvases off. So take a look at this. Now what we can do here, this here, right click this. If it'll let me do it, let's. It won't let me. Okay, don't worry about it. So now what I want to do is cancel this. Turn on the fuselage, turn everything back on here. We have this. And what we can do here, just have a look at things. I'm going to mirror this. And the mirror plane is this. And click OK. Now, if you notice, I selected the wrong plane. So, come back down here to the mirror, edit feature, and change that mirror plane. There we go. Turn the origin off. Okay, it'll let me do it here. Okay. So now what I want to do, this here is this piece here. This is this patch. Oops, wrong one. That's the patch. Now, if I turn that patch off, you should be able to see through the engine there. And you are. Like that. But we turn that patch back on, and you can't see through it anymore. So what we want to do here is right-click. Well, first change this to patch. Then we want to right-click on this and select Appearance. And then up here, Faces, change that to Faces. And we want this to be paint. Well, it could be metal. Well, just, yeah, paint. Change that back to that. And it won't let me change that. Oh well. Oh well, no biggie. I was just going to change that to black for aesthetic looks, and that's about it. But anyway, now I'm going to mirror this stuff here again. So mirror this also, and this, and then select the mirror plane, which is this, and click OK. Now we have two engines on here now. And now what I'm going to do is mirror this again. So we come over here to create, mirror, select this, and select the mirror plane as this. Cancel this. What I'm going to do now, since I want to put the other engine over here. So what I'm going to do now is just draw a line on the plane here. So do that, you come over here, create sketch. This is the plane I want to draw or sketch a line. L for line. And I want to put a, just imagine the center, this center here and this center here. It doesn't have to be perfect. So just that, and click OK. And go ahead and finish sketch. Now what we want to do here is come up here to construct and use a plane at an angle. And we want to use this line here and change this to 90 degrees over here. So just change that to 90 and click OK. Now, what we can do is come over here to create, mirror, select this, and this portion back here, and then select the mirror plane as this, and click OK. Now we have our another engine here, and I need to move this up. So we turn the canvases off for a second. Select Move Copy. And turn the canvases back on so I can see that. Move this up. And use this there. And click OK. And then move copy again. Select this. The square here and move this up. And we can look at this from the side. and click OK. And we turn the canvases off. And I need to mirror this patch also. Forgot to do that. So create, mirror, patch here. And the plane is this. Click OK. Then move copy. We want to move copy this. Oops. Wrong thing. Select OK. Now, all this stuff I'm showing you, there are a lot of ways of doing this. This is just one way that I find to be the easiest way of doing stuff. Now this here, we can turn the construction planes off. Just come down here to the construction and click this eye. And turn the sketches off too. Just like that. Now this engine needs to go back also. So we click this here. Click this. Turn the canvases back on so we see how far it needs to go back. And just move it back. Like that. Click OK. Same thing for this. And click OK. And the same thing for that patch. Mirror. Or excuse me, cancel this. I mean move copy. This. And we just move it back. And click OK. Now this needs to go forward just a little more. So I just use the edit feature, that's all. And just move it back. Click OK. But now it's too far back, which is no problem. Just undo this up here. And we come up here to move copy. Select this and move it forward just a little bit. Click OK. And the same thing with these back here too. Just move them forward. So move copy. This. OK. Same thing with this. And we have that. And let's turn off the canvases here. And we have this now. Now what we can do also is mirror this stuff here. So come up here to create, mirror this, this, and this, and select the mirror plane, which is going to be this, and new body, click OK. And here's our A380. As you can see, it's beginning to look more like an A380 now. Now to turn these lines off, what you do is just type Control 4, and that turns the lines off like that. So now it looks really smooth. And now, as you can see, it really looks good now. But anyway, that's going to do it for this segment. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. In the next installment, we're going to work on the tips here, those wing tips, and probably the these holders to hold the engines on, and just finish up the little tips on the horizontal stabs. And then we'll look at putting the windscreens and all that up here. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this series and actually learning Fusion by designing this model here. So yeah, but anyway, like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are really want to learn how to learn Fusion and model these airplanes, go ahead and look at my 2 previous videos where I show you how I did all this stuff before getting to the wings and stuff like here. So yeah, go ahead and have a look over there. And also I'll invite you to join my Facebook group and my Patreon site. Both are called CAD Build Fly RC. Go over there and have a look at things. And if you have any questions, ask questions there as well. And again, hope you like this video, and go ahead and hit that like button if you do. And we'll catch you in the next video.
Subscribe for more.